Hello, welcome again. We are solving some questions of engineering mathematics. The topic is probability question number 12 from gate 2015 ME-02 is three vendors are asked to supply a high precision component. The respective probabilities of their meeting the strict design specifications are zero point 0.8, 0.7 and zero point 0.5. Each vendor supplies one component. The probability that out of total three components supplied by the vendor, at least one will meet the design specification is okay. So the probability of meeting the specification for first vendor is at 0.8 and probability of not meeting the specification is 1 minus 0.8. Similarly for second vendor it will be 1 minus 0.7 and for the third vendor probability of not meeting the specification 1 minus 0.5. So using multiplication law of probability, the probability of not meeting a specification is probability of not meeting a specification for component 1, for 2 and for 3 multiplied. Okay. So that will be so none of the three components meeting the specification is 1 minus 0.8 multiplied by 1 minus 0.7 and 1 minus 0.5. So that will be 0.03. So that is the probability of the probability of not meeting the specification of the component supplied by the three vendors. Okay. Now this is not meeting the the probability of not meeting a specification. So probability of meeting a specification is your 1 minus 0.03 or it will be 0.97. Okay. So answer is 0.97. So this can be solved by other method also. So at least one component meeting a specification means all the three meet the specification, then at least one will meet. And if two components meet the specification, then at least will meet. If one component meet the specification, then at least one meet. Okay. So if we add this probability, then we get at least one component to meet specification. Probability of at least one component to meet specification. So for first probability of at least one component meeting a specification. Suppose first vendor meets specification and other two vendor doesn't meet, so then it will be 0.8. P1 is 0.8 and P2 dash is 0.3 because P2 is your 0.7 and P3 dash is your 0.5 because P3 is your 0.5. And if second component meets the specification and other two doesn't meet, so then P2 is your 0.7 because this is P2 is that is meeting a specification, not meeting is 0.3. Here it is meeting a specification, not meeting is 0.5. Okay. So meeting the specification, not meeting a specification for first component is 0.2. Meeting a specification is for component 2 it is 0.7 and for third component not meeting a specification is 0.3. Similarly here first and second doesn't meet the specification, third meet the specification, so it is 0.2, 0.3 and 0.5. So probability of one component meeting a specification is 0.22 if we solve it. Okay. Now probability of two component meeting a specification. So third component doesn't meet the specification and other two meet, then it is P1 is 0.8 and this is 0.7 and probability of third component not meeting the specification is 0.5. And suppose second component doesn't meet the specification and first and third meet the specification, then it is 0.8, this is 0.3, this is 0.5. And now first component doesn't meet the specification and second and third meet the specification, then it is 0.2, this is 0.7 and this is 0.5. So probability of two components to meet specification is 0.42. Now probability of all the three components to meet specification is P1 into P2 into P3. P1 is 0.8, P2 is 0.7 and P3 is 0.5. So if we add the probability of one component meeting specification, probability of two component meeting specification and probability of three component meeting specification, we get the probability of at least one component meeting the specification, that comes out as 0.91. So it can be solved by either method. Okay. This method, first we have to find out the probability of none of the component meet specification and then we'll find out the probability of at least one component meet the specification. Okay, that okay. So this can be solved by either method. So answer is 0.97.